please face the flag and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dustin, if you don't mind, where'd Dustin go? Can you say prayer for us, please?
Yes, sir. Just a minute. Let's pray. But Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day you give us, Lord. Thank you for your blessings, Lord. Bless this meal we're about to partake, Lord. Bless those around me, Lord, and those who can be here, Lord. It's your name I pray, amen.
Amen. We're going to jump right in. Miss Carol does this so much better. I tried to get her to do it for me. We're going to wing it. We'll wing it together. So we have some new memberships. We have the Center for Family Development with Blues Lane, Cafe Dover, Tennessee. Where is she? Tennessee Mercantile over here, Bell's Force, Uninfringed Social Club, Simply Couture, Highway 79 Farmers Market, Gargoyles Roost Ranch, and Unifying All in America. Somebody's gonna have to explain to me what the
It is the goat ladies, it's a goat, record day or rescue, and they're the ones that take all the service and everything.
Oh,
They're very, very nice.
We do have some membership renewals in the American Job Center, Jenkinson, William, Jackson, Calling, bless you, Stewart County Alliance for Substance Abuse, Stewart County Friends of the Library, American Legion Post 72, Bell Myers Law, I hope I pronounced it right, Paso, Stewart County, Child Advocacy Center, 23rd District, Dover Auto Body, Gray's Garage, and PEI. That is a lot of renewals. You don't have, it's, oh, you got to be able to take work. Okay. Our old business, the social media is growing. The Facebook is growing faster than any social media platform. That's the new one that was just set up just a few months ago, as a matter of fact. And 10,000 people looked at that page last month, which is phenomenal compared to what it used to be. So all of that has grown. They worked really hard on that Facebook page. The tour guide training has gone well. We have 3 potential new guides. One started yesterday. They did a tag along with another guide, so they're already taking or doing tours. When you see the buses going through, the boat people come in, that's your tour guides doing that. And the Stewart County t-shirts, is Patty Page gone?
Yes, you had to get to
Stewart County t-shirts have been ordered. The funds were donated by Patty Page Properties. The t-shirts have been printed and the design is going through Victory Print Shop, and that's the design for the shirt that everybody decided to go with. Those are going to be available for sale in the visitor center. No, it's not one shirt.
There are other shirts
Yeah.
that, some ladies have made that are different, but those were not part of our chamber.
Will they be available for sale also?
Yes.
Okay. The craft fair that was held here in April did really well. Did anybody get a chance to come out to that craft fair? I came out and I was shocked at how many people were set up in here. It was fabulous. It was fabulous.
I mean, there was from wreaths to,
2 tables.
I have to say, there was this gentleman, I don't think the picture's on here, that where he makes this wood piece, and it's just gorgeous.
I missed him.
Yes, those were gorgeous.
I came through here, if they're gonna do it again in October, and I will say, if you didn't get a chance to come out to the one in October. I know I'm gonna be here because they said they're gonna have Halloween stuff. I had so much stuff in my head when I left, I actually called Kat and I said, there's this table, it's back in here, and I had to kind of direct her, I said, there was a painting, and I kind of described it, and bless their hearts, she
We
raised
found
out
it.
and held up all these different paintings, and I'm like, that's the one. I said, buy that for me, I'll pick it up from you tomorrow. Because there was so much, you really need to come out and see it. There's still 15 slots available.
And we've
for October.
redesigned the layout to add 20 more tables, so that's where we only have 15 slots.
Is there a date in
It was
October? Do we
phenomenal.
have a date?
It is October,
It's on the next part.
hang on, let me
I was gonna
see
say, do you have that wrote down?
that. It is October 8th.
October 8th, yeah. Yeah, they added 20 extra tables, but only 15 are still available.
Did we
So
get nonprofit tables?
if you missed it in April, definitely come out in October. You're gonna get a table.
Yeah.
Might be something to think about.
And that draws business to you also.
Yeah.
We had a lady that was doing cookies and her business took off just from our craft fair.
I was just gonna say, normally, in the past, we've had maybe 40 people set up in here, in this room. We used
Yeah,
out here in the entrance, we used over in the visitor center, we went all the way, what I call the fireplace room.
yeah.
We put another 12 or so tables in here, we never had 50-something vendors to set up, it was fantastic.
When I walked in through those doors that day, I said, holy cow. And I just kind of stood and I looked from side to side and I asked the guy sitting right there in the middle of it, so it was hard to start. It was really, really nice. So y'all definitely come out in October if you missed it in April. The gift shop with all of the stuff that they ordered, if you haven't seen the gift shop, it's in the visitor center back behind us. They've got so many neat things, and I wish I had brought my purse because I bought a couple of them. But the plushies that they had were some, I think it was owls, and it was a buffalo, and you had the neck thing for children. When we first started it, those weren't going over too well. I do remember during a couple of the meetings, we actually talked about doing away with them. And now, since the visitor center has grown, we're bringing in all the boats, they're coming in now, we have one plushie left.
I've got a bunch of orders.
Just one. So it has really taken off, and when we came in earlier, we went and looked, they've added new stuff, you added new stuff.
A lot of
They're
them.
gonna be getting shot glasses, pens, of course, more of the plushies. We had lots of them before, so that really shows that the visitor center's growing with these tour boats coming in. The website events page is doing really well. It had 1,000 views last month. If you have an event going on for your business, if you send that information to Pat or to Sydney or just to the Stewart County Chambers page, they'll run all of your event information and your dates and everything, and it goes out to every business owner in Stewart County. No, there's no cost. All you're just gonna send them the
We're
information.
doing it free for a year through.
Yeah, free for a year. I
For
should
their
say that.
non-members, and then if you become a member, it's still gonna be free.
Yeah, as long as you're.
But as of next year, it's membership.
Yeah, any event you have.
From yard sale to a lemonade day stand, whatever you're doing, send it to us and we'll put it on there.
Yep.
And also too, one of the things that you need to know too is it links them to your business also. It links them to your website. That's one of the kinks that we've gotten worked out. Let's say, Tennessee Mercantile is doing some kind of customer appreciation day, and we put it on there. Well, it's gonna link them to your page, your website, just from that event. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all I was gonna say. You got
So,
it.
now we're gonna go into new business. We've had a lot of issues about the explanation of our boats. I'm under contract with the boats. Whenever I came on, the contracts were already in process. I had to sign contracts, I believe, that following Monday, and I had just started 2 days before that. So it was a big thing learning the contract. So I went with what the contract said, because I did not know how to change the contracts at the time, or what the expectation, because I had never done boats before. City had come in at the very end of the boats last year, so it wasn't that we both knew the full ins and outs, and I had to do a lot of research on it. The boats are very picky. They are destination stops. People are paying $4,000 for these tours to go to these destinations. So the boat company, they make the destination stops. As you can see on our map, they come to the boat dock in Dover behind the courthouse. They come here to the visitor center and they watch a little movie. The movie is about Fort Donelson and the history of Stewart County and how everything came about with the Civil War. Well, we do allow a few vendors of small items. We recommend anything that you could put in a suitcase, an airplane bag, because a lot of these people are flying from all over the country. Yesterday's vote was mostly California, Florida, Texas, and one Iowa and a couple of Wyoming. So they're coming from all over the country. So we asked for small items. Well, with that being said, it's not like I'm not pushing. We walk through the visitor center, we talk about everything that's going on. We talk about different things, different businesses. Sydney has reached out, we have one Uber, I'll read that later on, Mr. Uber.
What?
Mr. Norm,
Yeah, North,
you wanna talk about him now later?
Amanda.
Okay, we'll talk about Mr. Norm later. But we are asking you to bring me flyers, let us know what your business is about. It's not very expensive to make a small flyer of what your business is. Because a lot of people are seeing the quilts, you know, our little quilt display back there, that displays the quilts of Stewart County. And half of them didn't know about Land Between the Lakes. We talk about Land Between the Lakes, we talk about Cross Creeks. And I'm giving them these flyers and we're discussing. And I'm gonna tell you what, these people love about the iron ore and the tobacco industry of Stewart County. Those are the most amazing things that people love to hear about. And these people are like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna come back and do your quilt trail. Or hey, the lady yesterday they do a lot of bird watching, and her brother does all these different things with these big massive things of birds. Cross Creeks is perfect for them. So when they come to Cross Creeks, they may go to Tennessee Mercantile, they may go to Certificate, they may go to Midway Pizza. They're gonna spend those tax dollars in Stewart County, and that's what we're wanting to do. But please understand that, you know, next year, I'm gonna try to fight a little bit more to get a little bit more out of the boats, but I cannot do that this year because we're under contract. Like, we're trying to get them to go across the bridge more, but I'm under contract. But Sydney and I have reached out to a gentleman called Mr. Norm. I don't know his last name because he's Mr. Norm to me. I love him, he's a sweet man. He is the only Uber driver in Stewart County. Did you know Stewart County had an Uber driver? We didn't either, but we did a little research and he's pretty awesome. He sits down at the dock, and anyone that wants to go anywhere, they know he's down there. We have made him a quick, fast, we threw it together within a few hours of, Sydney threw it together, not me. Threw it together within a few hours of food and little places where he could take people and show them.
Some of the thing.
Yeah, this little shopping map. And we've kept things on this side of the bridge right now just until we learn more of, you know, what the distance they can go. But like one day, our very first boat, a lady had forgot her medicine and was needing her heart medicine. And they were like, we really need to get there. There was no one. I threw Sydney in my car to take the lady to the pharmacy. And on the way back, they're like, oh my God, I've never seen a Sonic before. It was the funniest thing you'd ever seen. These ladies were talking about Sonic burgers. And they're on a $4,000 boat trip. But so we've made this quick little maps for them. We are gonna add them. If you're wanting it down there, push it to us, we'll get it done. But from here, they go to the VC at Fort Donaldson. That's because they have to get a passport stamp. A lot of these people are international travelers, and they want that passport stamp. So we stop at the VC there, then they go down to the River Battery. I always forget the name of that one. They go down there, they visit the River Battery, they hear about the battery at Fort Donaldson. My tour guides have learned very well how all this goes, and they have to talk to them. From there, they go to the cemetery. Now, if you have never been to Stewart County's National Cemetery, it is a very empowering moment. It's just, it just still takes my breath away to this day, and I'm 43 years old, and it's still an amazing thing to me. And then they go to the Sykes Museum. Now, just so you know, the Sykes Museum is not getting paid. They are doing everything as a volunteer basis. They are amazing people, and I'm wearing them out with all these boats. So if you ever feel like volunteering for anything, they really need volunteers right now. I know a couple of people are going on vacation next month, and they're just anyone that wants to volunteer, spend a couple days. The stories these people tell is just amazing. It's an amazing thing. Then from there, they go to the Surrender House. So they do go through Stewart County. They get to see what we have. But a lot of the things is a lot of the businesses aren't open when they come through. So that's another issue, is how am I gonna get them to stay and come back if the businesses aren't open? So they go to the surrender house, they talk a little bit about, you know, where Elvis stayed and things of that nature. So they're doing everything to try to draw them back into Stewart County, and then they go back to the boat dock. So just so you understand that we are doing everything we can to promote them and get them to come back to us.
Hey, Kat,
Yes,
how many people come on board? Like, how many people on average?
okay, every boat is different. Now, through COVID right now, the biggest question everybody asks me is, can we do a tour of the boat? No. The boats are very strict. I cannot even step on the boat. I can go to the middle of the ramp because I'm making sure that my guys are COVID tested and they're passed. Nobody can go on that boat unless they're COVID tested. And that, I think the Queen can hold 400, but they're at half capacity right now because of COVID. They're still under COVID guidelines. Because they don't just go to Tennessee, they go through Tennessee, Kentucky. Some of them go all the way down to New Orleans. So these boats are doing some massive traveling, and so they have to go by COVID guidelines in different states. The Queen carries 200, the Duchess carries, I think, 150, the Princess carries 150, and what's the other one's name, Sid?
What was it, the Queen and the Countess?
Countess. The Countess carries 200 also. Now, we've had 189 come through. Yesterday we had 69. I mean, so we have about 200 people almost every day coming through Stewart County.
Has that new boat come in yet?
Do what now?
Has that new boat?
No, the new boat is supposed to come in
American Jazz, and it starts in July.
July. Yes, that one comes in. that
We
comes
have
in
a
July.
boat schedule, on the front side, it's the American Queen Voyages, and then on the back side, you have the American Jazz.
Now, if you ever want to set up in here during the vote, please contact us because there's days that we do not have this room and we do not set up a craft fair during those days. They're already pre-rented and things, and we show the video in the visitor center itself, and I just don't have room to set you up. Carla made the suggestion maybe if you wanted to sit outside, that's up to you. If you wanna go to the boat docks, you have to go through the Corps of Engineers and rent the venue. I do not know how much that is. We did not wanna take that standpoint because the very first boat I did, I was in knee-high grass and they only boat every other week. And so there's a lot of elderly on these boats and I would hate for someone to get hurt. But as I said though, we've worked out a lot of the kinks and we're still learning. So for next year, you know, we're looking at trying to add things, we're looking at trying to, my main goal next year is to get Sites Museum some kind of money, because they're doing so many boats and they're not getting anything. So they're on my agenda for next year. And we're looking at trying to do a little bit broader. Now the Jazz has what's called a free shopping time, but there's really nothing downtown that's open on Saturdays or Sundays, which sometimes the Jazz comes through. So Mr. Norman is gonna be here for those days, so we're gonna be able to get out more out, hopefully, to different things. That is our goal. The Jazz is a totally different boat. And I'm not sure what the capacity is on that. I'm trying to confirm everything right now with them.
Catherine, are you doing a little walking map for them if they wanna walk up County Line?
Yes, we do give them everything that they need.
Cause I saw a couple from New Zealand that was on the last boat, and I was talking to them.
Cindy
They were
has laid a
walking.
lot of things out, we've given out walking maps, we've given out, you would not believe the amount of stuff that we have come up with. We're hoping to get some grants to help us better move forward with some more professional things, cause right now we're just zero copying them off our printer. She does make everything, we have brought Canva into our world and she does a lot of developing that way. We are accepting credit cards now. That is a big thing for Stewart County. You can actually pay for your memberships through us. You have to contact us, or you can pay for anything in the visitor center, donation-wise into that way also. Going to which one are we on now? Okay. We want to let you know some of the events that were very successful. We did the St. Patrick's Day jar guess. That was a cute thing that, you know, we put different things, people guess how much candy. We brought a lot of people that way. We also brought a lot of people to our page through The egg hunt, we plan on continuing those year to year. There will be an annual thing. Of course, our Easter egg scavenger hunt was the big thing in Stewart County. We are very blessed. It was so much fun. I have to say, it got so hard trying to come up with clues that little people could still figure out, but adults, you would not believe the amount of adults that loved playing this. I had so many people reach out with, they were like, hey, we're waiting for Friday, we're waiting for that 5 p.m. I mean, they were ready. So we were very thankful to all of the businesses and industries that gave us money, coupons, allowed us to hide on the property. We learned that you cannot hide anything on Fort Donaldson, Sydney. I told them that would be great for the director to get arrested for hiding something on government property. We're talking a little bit, we just want to bring up that we're still planning on doing our crafts fair. Our April crafts fair, we partner with the Stewart County Christmas program. All the proceeds to that goes to the Christmas program. It is a great program in Stewart County. We are looking at trying to do something fun for them, maybe do like a sock, take sock donations. Because when I was doing a lot of my research, I learned the number one thing that homeless shelters and things are in need of are socks. And so, what do kids go through the most? Socks. I mean, you put two in the washer, I mean, when it comes out. My mom used to laugh at me all the time because I swerved them in the washer, ate it, but, So Sydney and I are working. And that's some more of the woodwork that I was telling you about. That was, the gentleman hand makes all these.
That was actually during a boat, you can see the people watching the movie in the background.
Yeah, they're actually watching the movie. Now, we learned that the bigger items are not for the bags, but we had a lot of people come in just to purchase her items that she was selling online. We did our first Eagle Fest booth. We would like you to prepare business cards, brochures, things of that items for next year. We were able to sign 79 Farmers Market, which was a blessing. So I got to do a lot of networking and talking to people, and it was a great opportunity for me to learn and see more of our people in Stewart County. Oh, and they're gonna show me and Melissa Fields playing in the bubbles. Yes, we had to be a good kid.
We would really like for all of our businesses to come up with brochures and things that we can hand out at events, that way we're pushing business your way.
As most of you know, we have our boom sling coming up Saturday. We are very excited about this. We've worked as much as we can with Mr. James Seals and Gretchen Lindsay. They have done a great job. I feel that, Stewart County supports each other. And I encourage everybody, if you haven't got a ticket, buy a ticket. If not, come out there that day, purchase it there. Sydney and I will be there, and there's gonna be all kinds of videos, pictures going on. Let's just all keep our fingers crossed the rain stays away. It was fun. It's gonna be a very fun, it was a good learning experience for me also, so that we know what to do moving forward, and they've been just so gracious to help us with everything. We do have on June 16th, we have our Bubba's Mills Marina Mixer. We are partnered with the Montgomery County on this, with their chamber. You do have to be a chamber member to go to this. It's from 5 to 7, right? Sorry. It is from 5 to 7 p.m. We encourage you to bring your business card, a brochure, anything. The one thing that I have learned is it is great to be a part, make those connections with other chambers. I've met some great people with Montgomery County, Clarksville Chamber, and they've even put us in their Clarksville Now stuff. We've gotten, Land Between the Lakes and Fort Donaldson in there. And moving forward though, these people can help you network so much better. We are not just trying to get people in Stewart County to come to you, we're trying to get people all over the country to come. We do have a ribbon cutting at the farmer's market on June 25th. I encourage you to reach out to Dana. It's on your list, Dana.
Chango.
No, I didn't know that. Is it Chango?
Yeah. Who's Dana Chango to be a part of that? She is a great lady. She is very confident and knows what she's doing. She's worked very hard. So we are doing a ribbon cutting there at 10 a.m. that day to welcome her to part of the Ohio Stewart County Chamber. On July 29th and July 30th, we have a county-wide yard sale going on. This will be at all the schools. We have, Dover Elementary, the middle school, the high school, and North Stewart. We are looking at a park in Cumberland City. I've just not signed on that one yet. We have got our insurance in place. We have everything in place for everything. We are asking for a $10 per your area. The reason behind that is we are doing a map, and it is gonna be in the paper, and we're just trying to cover our costs for the insurance and everything. We are hoping to make this a big thing. The reason we are doing this is 2 weeks before school, and parents really need a little extra spending money for school clothes and things. So I felt that, if they had a massive yard sale, that gives them extra money to help with their children's school clothes, and it helps the community. And I don't know about you, I've got to clean out my closets, and especially that girl up there, she's got to do some of hers.
Her daughter's school, kids' school.
So, but we are asking you to register. There will be a person on site to make sure everything's taken care of. But we already have the places reserved. There are a couple of nonprofit organizations that are gonna be there to raise money for their different things. I think the dance thing is gonna be out there to raise money for cheer clothes and things of that nature. But we're asking everybody to please participate in that. Where is that? Oh, some more events that are coming up. We have been invited to the Tennessee State Fair this year. We will have an exhibit there that will be from August 18th to the 27th. We ask everybody if you can get out and go to the State Fair, please take a shot picture with it and send it to us. We're really excited about this. This is our first year being able to go. We've never been asked before. So after Boom Sling, that is my next objective, is being able to move that. We also have what's called a sign pollution removal day. We all know it's election season. Every street corner there is a sign. So elections are in August, so we are doing a sign pollution removal day on September 3rd. I've spoken to the county mayor and everybody. The way this works is we cannot mess with road signs or county signs or anything of that nature. It is any old business that has shut down, any sign that has just sitting there rotting, anything of that nature, we do have permission to remove them. But we are asking that if it is an old business and you know the person, we will contact them before we remove it. But we will be cleaning up our roads that day. Our next event we've also got scheduled is our River Cleanup Day. It's September 17th. I have not decided if we're gonna do that on Barkley or Kentucky. If I have enough volunteers, we'll split it between the two. It's just where you go to pick up trash, we're doing good things for the community. Cause let's face it, it's on, boating season's over, and we really need to get, the water's coming down and all that trash is just there. We have partnered with Land Between the Lakes to do a kayak heritage hike on September 24th. We are doing that at Boswell Landing. I have gotten kayaks reserved from Paducah and Benton County. We will have kayaks on site. We will have people showing you how to do them, use them. We're not gonna do a trail or what is that called? We're not doing a particular kind of ride. We're just teaching and letting people go at their own use who will use the kayak. I'm sorry? No, there's no fee to the public, it's free.
And life jackets will be provided.
Yes, life jackets, everything is provided.
It's through, so what it's through is the Tennessee River Line, so we're working with them as well. You can hop on and learn about that another day, I'm sure, but, really cool program, that's how we manage to get kayaks lined out. But it's a free day for people to come out, if you never kayak, it's a chance for you to get a kayak, see how you like a kayak, or hate kayaks, whatever, it's gonna be for you. It's gonna be split up, I don't know if you guys have been to Boswell Landing, but Boswell kind of splits off, so you've got, Fort Henry is kind of down this way, and then Boswell Landing is down this way, so it kind of gives people a chance to do the heritage hike and learn more about Fort Henry and Fort Henry and those things, and then they can go kayak, so it kind of gives people a chance to do a little bit of hiking, a little bit of boating, split the group a little bit. It'll just be a fun event.
And the Heritage Hike is gonna be,
keep saying possible.
it's in Atlanta between the lakes.
It's just north of Piney. So like if you go on Fort Henry Road, so, you know where Jamie training is, and you take, like, you went across that road and went up Fort Henry Road, like right into Lane Between Lakes. Just, yeah, towards Piney Campground.
Past Piney.
So you pass Piney Campground and it's on the left. Yeah, there's a sign there for, well, and we'll have signs.
Yeah, we'll have signs and
Yeah.
we'll post it in the paper and everything. I think it's gonna teach, I think it's gonna be good too, because, my understanding is we have sit on and sit in kayaks, correct?
Well, I don't know what they're doing.
I think, cause I got
I
both
think
sets.
okay, I think there's both.
Yeah, I think I have both. So it gives people an opportunity to decide what side of kayak they like to go on. We're also doing our fall craft fair. This is being put on strictly from the chamber this time. We have added 20 more tables. We have 15 spots available. So we ask if you're interested in putting, we were able to add more tables. We did. If you're interested in being a part of that craft fair, we ask you to sign up soon. Because right now, was it 70 something tables that we had?
I honestly can't remember.
It's either 70 or 80 tables we have between two rooms, and we've only got 15 left. We are still doing our scarecrow competition, December 10th through the 22nd.
December.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, October 10th through the 22nd. There will be more information for that to come. CEMC Lights competition, December 18th to the 23rd. Now, we wanna make sure that CEMC is putting the spotlight for this. They are the ones that pay the money, they're the ones that do all, sponsoring for this, we just help them put it on. CEMC has done a lot for our chamber and a lot for our community, and we are very thankful for them. Our Christmas parade is December 3rd this year. We are working on spicing it up a little bit and adding a little bit more things, and we're hoping to be one of our most eventful parades this year. We are also doing a Christmas banquet this year. The chamber puts on some form of banquet every year, and I chose to do a Christmas gala. I haven't decided if we're gonna do it here or somewhere else. We're in the process of working on that. But I want it to be more of a, Christmas lighting, just the spirit of Christmas. We wanna make sure that we still put God first in that, and the way that we do things. Being that said, we are doing a couple things different. We are asking for sponsors for tables. Every sponsor of a table, after we fill the tables will be $50. You decorate it at the end of the night, we'll do a voting, and you have those bragging rights on the statue for a year, and then the following year we'll do it again. It's just to make some friendly competition between our businesses. Because we want Stewart County to understand that you have to have a foundation to everything, and you are a foundation, and we feel that from you. So we wanna make sure that we put you in the limelight that night. Some events that we are adding to next year. So, we are never ending, we are always talking, we're always in meetings. Of course, Sydney's always behind the computer. These are some things that I have been working on that we're buying into next year. Does anyone know what next weekend is? Tennessee River Jam. Actually, I'll be working there, volunteering, helping, and learning this next week, to know what to expect for next year. We are buying into Tennessee River Jam. We have been very blessed. We've never really done anything with other communities and other counties. And we're working towards doing more with Paris and Clarksville, and we're reaching out to Houston County to see if we can do things with them now. We are looking at putting on our county festival next September. I'm working with about 60 sponsors out of Tennessee right now to pull sponsorship for this. We are talking about a huge fair. We're not talking small, we're talking huge. It will have different destinations. We're working on getting the land taken care of now and put into contracts and things of that nature. There's a lot that has to work, to make this work. Can't make it happen in 3 months, it takes about a year to get all the stuff, the legalities worked out. So we just wanna let you know that we are looking at a huge county fair next year. We are looking in February. She put father-daughter ball because that's just the way I wrote my note down, I'm sorry. We're doing it as a parent-child ball, in February. We have been talking to Piggly Wiggly and we believe they're gonna do sponsorship on that. There is nothing more important than making sure you spend a night with your child, that one special moment. I'm just very passionate about that. Next. Upcoming community involvement and fundraiser revenue boosters. We're looking, years ago, there was a little lady that used to do a cookbook for Stewart County, and she would print them through the church, and then they would, sell them here. Well, we're looking at doing it a little different. I'm looking at a hometown Stewart County cookbook. I want old recipes. I want a story behind it. Let's say your grandmother's grandmother made it. I want the story with it so we can put the story with the history of the recipe. The reason behind that is those things mean the most to me. My grandmother's recipes, my mom's recipes. Those, I don't know about you, but those mean a lot to me. So I just want everybody to please, if you don't have my email, which you should because you're here, get it before the end of the day. Email us recipes with a story, and we'll kind of go. Now, we are gonna reach out to the businesses to buy the tab. Let's say Tennessee Mercantile, I'm sorry, you're just directing that. She would pay us, I think we figured out there's $75, and she would put her logo, a story, anything, that would be her tab. And it may be on bricks, but we're gonna sell a tab to everything locally. That way that I can pay for the cookbooks to be made. We're all about redistributing that money. So that's a big thing that we're working on. It's something I would like to do with Christmas because I would like to be able to give 50% of those proceeds to the Stewart County Children's Christmas Program. So we're looking at doing that. If we don't get it done this year, we're definitely going to be doing it through next year. It's just one of my passion projects. I know everybody has them. It's one of mine. I love to cook. If you ate the broccoli casserole, it's me, the pimento cheese thing. I love to cook and I love to find new kinds of recipes. So our next thing that we're looking at doing this year is a Christmas passport. The buy-in is $50, and what it is we put all of your business stuff in here, okay? And it's gonna be all the county. What is that market in Bumpus Mills? Downtown Paris? No, the one in Bumpus Mills, what's that one called?
Beds.
What?
Beds.
There you go.
Beds Market, that's right, thank you. If Beds Market put in here, they would put, you have to buy a large drink, and they would get a stamp there, okay? Well, in order for them, in the next place, let's say you had to go to Simply Couture, and you had to spend at least $20, then you would $35, different things. You would get a stamp there. And it goes by, I'll pass this around. But
You also show it in front of the camera for people who watch this
Okay,
meeting
sorry,
later.
I gotta show it in front of the camera. See? Okay. It's just different things, it's for all over the community. Like, you would have to visit the library, and it's free for the library, just so you know. That they would have to visit the library and they could get a stamp there. A lot of the nonprofits, we do for free. And that's why we went to $50 so that we could pay for the nonprofits to be able to be a part of it. But there's just different things in here that you would buy. I'm gonna pass it around. But at the end of the passport, Cindy, do you wanna explain it? Cindy, where was that at? Because we didn't put it in my notes.
Basically, you would win money to spend around town. It would be town dollars, essentially. We don't have exactly how we would work it out in Stewart County, because Paris is a little bit different.
They do downtown, I know.
Yeah, and
We're doing
they're big with
downtown.
us though.
The way it is each participant, and these are free, can receive one booklet from any of the Passport stops. It says when the participant spends money at the Passport stop, they will receive the sticker on the particular page. Only one sticker can be given per Passport stop. The participant must turn their booklet into the Chamber of Commerce, such and such, by such and such time, and receive a ticket to win. So ever how many Passport stops it is, the amount of tickets that they get. And then we would put it in a drawing to win $500 to $1,000, depending on how much money we have, of county dollars. That being said, the county dollars would have to be spent at one of these participating places. Does that make sense? So like if I gave you $500 county dollars, you could spend $300 at Tennessee Mercantile, $200 at Piggly Wiggly, and then we would do Piggly Wiggly and those right by that money. Makes sense? But I'll let you see what this is, you don't want to pass it.
You went over here really well. I
it's-
had friends that would just like something.
And you know, you love our scavenger hunt, this is basically like a scavenger hunt, who can get them the fastest. And that being said, let's go to our next one, as she's passing that around. I'd like to bring up and open a discussion about fundraising ideas. We have learned that our best fundraising ideas have come from you guys. So if anyone has any suggestions or ideas about a fundraiser, please, if you want to talk about it now, talk about it now. Yes, ma'am.
We're going to make here scavenger hunt, where the company, the businesses in Stewart County can donate a certain amount of money, put a reindeer somewhere in their building, and we get the county kids to do a reindeer scavenger hunt the day of the parade. What businesses can you go to find a reindeer? And at the end of the scavenger hunt, they give you whatever prize is free. I saw that done in Dixon, and there was like hundreds of kids.
Okay, I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. We had talked about doing an ongoing scavenger hunt, like asking each business to pick a week, because it's a lot of organization and time on our part. And let's face it, we just don't have the time. So we thought about doing an ongoing scavenger hunt throughout the county, and then have like a treasure box where they can get different items. But we have found out that adults really love it also, and I can't give liquor out here, so. I'm sorry, any other ideas?
How about, a sponsor a barrel of flowers? Maybe
I
next
love
year.
that, that was something that we had thought about, but I have taken to the county mayor. I was gonna talk to the city mayor at the next meeting, because I do love that idea. It's where, a certain business, they may sponsor a barrel, you know, the big barrels, and they decorate with the flowers and stuff. It's to beautify your downtown and your county areas. One of the things that I have learned, thank you for bringing up, is that people wanna come to Stewart County. They wanna see the beautiful, you know, bison, they wanna see the cross creeks, they wanna see the beauty of Stewart County. They don't wanna see that junk car sitting in your front yard. They wanna see the beautification. And so that's one of my things of getting rid of the signs after election and beautifying. So I just wanna encourage everybody, if you see anything, let us know. Let the mayor's office know, that way they can have the little ladies that do the cleaning of the sidewalk, the streets and all, can help us with that. Next, anyone else? I'm long-winded, so I can talk forever.
You know that.
Shut up, Justin.
You're doing good, you're still under an hour for this meeting.
So let the other people talk about it.
Okay, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? Okay, if you come up with any ideas or suggestions, please email them to me, text me. My cell phone number is on my business card. I will answer unless it says spam. I get a lot of spam calls, those robocalls. My car's warranty is good, I promise you.
My student loan's been paid for years.
I know, right? But that being said though, we do have a lot of things coming up, and we hope that you will still become part of come to our meetings and talk and explain, and any ideas you come up with, please. Please be supportive of the new things that are coming. Stewart County has a lot, but always be supportive of your neighbor, because at the end of the day, we're all neighbors. Oh, have one more thing before I turn it over to these people. Our jackpot drawing is up to $150. Let Dustin go.
Okay.
Or let, no,
Alright, bring it over here. Alright, so for those of y'all who don't know what this is, it's just, if you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and you show up to a meeting, you have an opportunity, if you're here, we draw your name, you get the jackpot. If you're not here, the jackpot accumulates until somebody is here, and then you get all that money. So,
well, after the next meeting,
Really?
it stops, and then it goes back, starts all over.
There's two.
And the jackpot is at 150 right now.
oh no, it's just a really long piece of paper.
Cash Express.
Cash Express?
It's not here.
All right, sorry, Cash Express.
Yep. So,
$150 goes back in the pot.
and next time we add 25 more.
The next general meeting will be on September 14th. We asked you all to attend because we will be talking about the Christmas parade and what our theme is and what who our grand marshal will be this year. We plan to have all those things in place, so it will be an exciting meeting. Keep those ideas coming. We have a lot to learn. I'm turning it over to American Johnson. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Gonna take only a couple of minutes of your time. I'm gonna do my part to keep this way under the time limit, of course. I wanted to let you know what the American Job Center can do for you. Show of hands, and you're not going to offend me. I've gone to meetings where the reaction is zero. I promise you, you're not going to break my heart. Have you ever heard of the American Job Center?
Yes.
Okay, so we got a couple of people that are familiar with what we do. For those of you who do not know what we do, we are a collection of partners between the state of Tennessee and other entities that help the community. I kept hearing about community and everything. We help the community. We assist them with getting employment. One of the communities that we help is individuals with significant barriers to employment. We assist these individuals getting connected with employers in town that are interested in providing opportunities for these individuals with barriers to employment. How can I help you? Well, how I can help you is that I can help you staff if you are looking to hire veterans, for example, or if you are looking to hire individuals to help you in your staffing needs and everything. I can assist you as an employer. For example, I have a caseload of veterans that are looking for employment. I can show them, hey, these are employers that are looking to hire a veteran, and I can connect you with that veteran, and I can connect that veteran with you. I can assist you also by screening these applications. For example, you tell me, I'm only looking for people that I want them to work first shift. I can set a screener. Okay, I only have, and that takes the applications from 100 to 20. And I also legislate and advocate for these veterans to be hired in our community. I am a veteran myself. I did 9 years in the United States Army. My father was a veteran. My grandfather was a veteran. I come from a large veteran family. We have a large veteran community here in these counties, in Stewart County and Montgomery County, where I work out of. And these veterans are all leaving the military. They're looking to work, and they want to know which companies are willing to give these veterans a chance. What's in it for you? Well, if you're not aware, you get a lot of incentives for hiring individuals with barriers to employment and work opportunity tax credits and everything. I can guide you as well on how to apply for those. I can direct you and I can show you the way on how to apply for those so that your company can get those incentives that come with hiring veterans or disabled veterans, etc., etc. So we have an office. The American Job Center has an office here on Donaldson Parkway. You may know it as the Workforce Center or the Workforce Essentials Office or the Tennessee Work Center, but the official name is the American Job Center. But call us whatever you can, just don't call us late for dinner. How my grandfather used to say. So I am here. We have three employment representatives that are here to assist you. And I have our business cards. They're going to be right here in this new world in which we live. I'm a little weary about, you know, passing stuff around, so if you want them, please come see me after, and I will definitely, give you one. And I also have some packets as well, that guide you through the process if you are an employer and you have veterans or a disabled veteran in your staff and you are not getting those, credits, please come see me so I can direct you on how to, there's something in it for you. Yes, you hired them out of the goodness of your heart, or because you can't find somebody that, you know, will wake up at 4 a.m., but a veteran, I get it. You know, I have a lot of people that told me, I hired you because I know at least you'll be here. At 7 a.m. you're here. So that's a bad habit that us veterans have. But if you do have veterans in your staff, or if you would like to hire veterans, please come see me, please let me know, and I will be more than glad to help you. All these services are, what's our favorite word?
Free.
Are free to you. All these services are free. I can assist you with job orders. I can assist you with advertising a hiring event. I can even put a hiring event together for you, either in Clarksville, or we can speak to the person if you want to say, hey, I want to hire people coming out of Fort Campbell right now. A lot of soldiers, I was a soldier in Fort Campbell. A lot of soldiers are getting out of Fort Campbell and they want to stay here, but they don't know what's out here. They think that this part of Tennessee is nothing but Fort Campbell and a lot of green. They don't think that there's industry here, because everything they see in these job fairs when they go to Fort Campbell job fair is people from outside. What I want is businesses from Stewart County, from Dixon County to go into Fort Campbell and say, hey, we're hiring too. It's not just these national people hiring you veterans. We're hiring too. We're helping. We want you here. So I'm not going to take much more of your time. If you have any questions, I will definitely stick around. Yes, ma'am.
I was just gonna let you know, because we are recording, if you wanna leave some of your packets and your cards here,
Yes, ma'am, I will.
center, we will have them here for them.
I will. Yes, thank you so much. I will, and if you will also like, let's say for some reason I run out of these and I run out of those, and you still want to talk to me, please leave me your name, or you can contact Ms. Sydney, or you can contact anybody here that will, they'll get in touch with me. We want to be out in the community. We want to be out and to help our employers out. And thank you so much for your time. And I will be passing it along to my friends over here. Thank you for your attention.
You're welcome. To know that you will be excited in case they.
Thank you so much.
The next, we have the Center of Family Development, I'm sorry.
I'll be honest with you, it's kind of lengthy.
Yeah, you can leave them there and I'll put them out and let them.
And the same deal, I'm not going to be offended if you don't take one of our folders, but I'm going to go ahead and pass them around. And if you want, you can take one. So I've got a presentation. Oh, I'm Chelsea Fuller, by the way. I'm the supervisor for Stewart, Houston, and Cheatham counties. And again, I'm through the Center for Family Development, and what we offer is an evidence-based home visiting program called the Healthy Families America program. And this is a no-cost program for families who either are expecting a young one or have infants up to 3 months old. I'm gonna try and figure this computer out real quick and show you. All right, I think we got it going now. Okay, so again, my name is Chelsea Fuller, and we have the Healthy Families program here at the Center for Family Development. We are located in Clarksville, but we serve 13 different counties. And again, I'm over Stewart, Houston, and Cheatham specifically. Go ahead. So I'm going to try and go through this pretty quickly because I know y'all want the rest of the day. This just talks a little bit about Healthy Families of America. So HFA, Healthy Families America, has been around for about 25 years now, and their entire purpose is to reduce child abuse and neglect for families who might be at risk. And when I say families at risk, that includes teen moms, those with low income, without a support system, who have mental health issues, history of substance abuse, different things like that. Who here is familiar with ACEs? I knew you would be, Miss Easter. Okay, so adverse childhood experiences, I'm not going to get into that. I'm a real geek about them. But basically, What those are traumatic experiences that happen in early childhood that literally shape our brain as adults. So, excuse me, that's why our program is in effect, to help to either reduce ACEs, such as neglect, abuse, and ultimately produce families that are better at coping, that are more able to contribute to their community, and who have children who are overall healthier emotionally, physically, all of that. Go ahead and you can skip. So, our program, evidence-based home visiting, has been around for several years in Tennessee. Stewart County actually did have this program about 10 years ago, I believe. Through funding now that was activated last year, every county in Tennessee has a home visiting program available. It might be through different organizations, so I spent 5 years in Dixon County serving them under Centerstone, but it is still the same program. Here's some of the things that we have seen as results: improvements in prenatal, maternal, and newborn health, improvements in child health and development, improvement in school readiness and child academic achievement, reductions in domestic violence, improvements in family economic self-sufficiency, and improvements in coordinations of referrals and provision of other community sources and supports. These are just some additional benefits for being enrolled in the program: increase in early literacy, increased initiation and length of breastfeeding, decrease in child maltreatment, increase in safe sleep practices, a decrease in subsequent pregnancies in the first year, increase in well child visits and immunizations visits in the first 2 years. I will say that bottom one in the folder, you'll notice what's called the kids count, and this is something that's put out annually that kind of addresses and ranks how the well-being of children is for each county in the state of Tennessee. In the past couple years during COVID, we have seen a decline in those well child visits and immunizations. So it is reflected in the kids count that you guys have in your folders. We are free for parents because we are funded through the Tennessee Department of Health. That being said, we are required to do certain things like following up with those immunizations, well child visits. We have to go over what are called ASQs, which are developmental screening. We have to go over safe sleep, things like that. So definitely that bottom one there, I think, is pretty significant right now. You can skip past this one. This is like a 5-minute video. So once a family is enrolled, we will see them on a weekly basis starting out, and then the longer they're in and the more self-sufficient they become, the more able to access their own strengths and support systems. Those visits gradually get reduced to every 2 weeks, monthly, quarterly, until the child ages out at 5 years old. So I did say that we enroll prenatal moms for those with families up to 3 months old. That's just our enrollment window, so it's kind of narrow, but we stay with the family for, if you count during the time for pregnancy too, we can stay with the family for about 6 years. Each visit is approximately 45 to 60 minutes long. We're required to go over some kind of health and safety at every visit. We do safety checklists. I brought up what are called the ASQs. All of our services are very individualized. Like, we're not just going to go into every family, it's going to be the same curriculum piece for every family. We're going to go in there, it's needs-based, strength-based. What does that family need? Are they more likely to need this kind of information or this type of resources? And of course, they have a say in their own visits as well, too. So if we have a family who maybe it's important for them that both parents are working, or that she wants her child to succeed and get into Head Start a little bit sooner, or educational services, like we connect them with that kind of thing. We also bring activities and make toys to increase positive parent-child interaction, enhance bonding and attachment. As I think a lot of people in here are parents. Stressed out parents are not necessarily the most attentive. So since we're already working with families who are under some significant stressors anyway, something like making a toy. Okay, you're bonding with your baby, you're having a positive experience, you're promoting some kind of area of development. A simple game of peekaboo actually teaches what's called object permanence, so little things like that. Next. This is an example of what our developmental screening looks like, and this is actually, again, since we're funded through the Department of Health, pediatricians actually use this as well. So we go over communication skills, gross motor, fine motor skills, problem-solving skills, and personal social skills. The good thing about doing these early on, the good thing about doing these early on is prevention is a lot more, more productive than interventions. Will cost less, they'll get early services. So when we do these and we can get a 2-year-old into services for their speech delay, they're going to be more ready for kindergarten versus, okay, the school's just now seeing them at 5 years old. There's 3 years lost that we could have gotten them these services. So we do these on a regular basis, every 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and then so forth up until age 5. Next. This is more for us as workers, just kind of going over and observing like any areas of what we call parent-child interaction to see what can be improved on. So cues, holding, expression, is mom talking to baby? How are they talking to baby? Smiles, is mom actually like having joyful experiences with baby? Things like that. And that's just a summary of what that looks like. So, how do families enroll? We can get referrals from anyone. This includes the school system. I've had some for teen moms that came through the school system. DCS, of course. We have had, and then when I say we, like I said, I do have 3 different counties, but we have had at least one family successfully graduate out of Safe Baby Corps, and she is still enrolled in the program. OBGYNs, pediatricians, the Department of Health, friends, or even by caregivers themselves. The family can be expecting a little one so long as they are in their 2nd trimester or afterward, or have a newborn less than 3 months of age. Once a referral is sent to us, our family resource specialist does a screening to make sure the family meets the criteria for needing the support. Again, because we want to make sure that we are serving those children who would be most at risk for some of these factors later on. We do have like a screening process. It's super simple though. That's something I have in the folder as well too. So even being unmarried is considered a stressor that would screen them in. So once the referral comes in, the family resource specialist then contacts the family, and if so, we'll schedule an intake with them. Next. Like I said, that's the screening, but it's in a there's a copy in every folder. During the intake, parents go through what we call, and I do have to change that, we've changed the language on it, but a parent survey which consists of an intensive background of their own childhood experiences, lifestyle behaviors, mental health and substance use, perception of pregnancy, ideas of discipline and milestones, etc. Within a week of doing the parent survey, the caregiver will be assigned to a family support specialist who will then contact the family to schedule their first visit. My Stewart County home visitor is actually out in the field right now, but I did bring my Houston County bilingual family support specialist, Miss Elaine. So the reason that we do that, and I joke around with people and tell them it's kind of like when you picture Sigmund Freud getting on the couch type thing, but we do that for a couple different reasons. For one, we want to understand where our families are coming from. If they think that it's normal because they grew up seeing mom and dad fight, guess what? They're going to be more likely to fight in front of the children. If they think if they grew up seeing drug use or having untreated mental health illness, watching their own parents with mental health illness, that's more normalized for them, so they're not going to seek they're less likely to seek those behaviors in the future. They're less likely to seek treatment for those behaviors in the future, I'm sorry. Another area too is, this might be kind of a heavy example, but I use it for a lot of my, when I'm talking to people.
your childhood shapes your adulthood. So I've had one family who, she had 2 little boys, did great with them, and then her little girl